welcome back. In this video we are going to see about the minimization process of DFA. So till now we have seen about the construction of NFAs, DFAs and conversion of NFA to DFA, but here we are going to see about the minimization process of DFA. First of all, what is the purpose of minimizing the DFA? Suppose you have constructed a DFA with for example with 6 states, and your friend is also constructed a DFA with some 9 states. So your DFA consisting of 6 states and your friend DFA consisting of 9 states, but both are same, both are correct. Then which one I need to consider? Which one is preferable? Which one is optimal? In the sense, obviously the one which having the less number of states. So that's why we always trying to reduce the number of states of the DFA. So for that we need to go through some process. So after that you can get finally optimized version of the DFA. So let us see that by considering an example. So let us take an example of the DFA, and this is the equivalent transition table. So before start minimizing the DFA, first we need to identify, look for the non-reachable states in the transition table. So first we need to look for the non-reachable states. So if any non-reachable states are there, we need to first remove that corresponding rows from the transition table. Otherwise we can proceed further. So let us first check for the non-reachable states. So here we need to start with the starting state A, and so let's mark it as let's mark this state as a reachable state because we are starting with A. So from A with input 0 we are going to reach B. So B is reachable. So with input 1 we are going to reach C. C is also reachable. So coming to B. So from B with input 0 we are going to B. This is already marked, no need to mark it again. And from B with input 1 it goes to D. So let's mark D as a reachable state. Now let's consider C. So from C with input 0 it goes to B, it is already marked. And from C with input 1 it goes to C, which is already marked. Let's consider D. D with input 0 goes to B, which is already marked, and D with input 1 goes to E. So let's mark E as a reachable state. So again no need to consider E. Why? Because all the states are marked as reachable states. There are no non-reachable states here. So that's why no need to remove any rows of the transition table. Now let's coming to the process. So first of all, as a first step, we need to divide the states. Divide the states of the DFA into 2 groups, final and non-final groups. Let's divide that. We need to divide into final and non-final groups. So let's treat it as step 1. So I'm going to divide it into final and non-final. So A is not a final state, B is also a non-final state, C is also a non-final state, and D is also a non-final state. So I'm dividing this as group 1, and I'm dividing E separately, and I'm treating it as group 2. So all these states are non-final states, and these comes under group 1, and this comes under group 2. And next, in the next step, I need to observe the elements of group 1, observe the states of group 1, and I need to check whether all these states are equal or not. So if at all equal, there is no problem. We can stop constructing here, stop the process here. If at all these states are not equal, again we need to divide that group into 2 groups. So equal states are in one group and other states are in another group. In that way we need to repeat the process. Let's go with the step 2. So first we need to check whether all the elements of group 1 are equal or not. How to check that? So to check that, we need to consider the transitions of all the elements. So those transitions should leads to a state which all should fall into the same group. So let us go through. Let me explain by solving this problem so that it can be clearly understood. So I'm considering here transition of A with input 0, and I'm considering transition of B with input 0, and also transition of C with input 0, and transition of D with input 0. I need to consider all the transitions with 0 first. So all this goes to B, and next it is also goes to B, it is also goes to B, and it is also goes to B from the table. So here if I observe, all the resultant states belonging to the same group. So all these belonging to the same group. So there is no problem with this. So let me take transition with 1. Let me take transitions with 1. So transition of A with 1, and also I need to consider transition of B with 1, and transition of C with 1 I need to consider, and transition of D with 1 I need to consider. So transition of A with 1 goes to C, and this one goes to D, and this goes to C, and this goes to E. So let us observe. C belongs to group 1, D belongs to group 1, and C is also belongs to group 1, but E belongs to group 2. So these three belongs to one group, and but this particular one belongs to another group. So which means that these three are equal, but this is not equal. So now at this stage we need to divide this group 1 into again 2 parts. So let me divide this into again 2 groups. So I am making A, B, C as one group, and next, and this D, I need to separate this, right? And the D as another group, and E already as another group. So let us name it as G1, this is group 2, and this is group 3. So now again consider, so this can comes under step 3. Now again consider group 1. So let us consider the transitions of group 1. So here I need to consider transition of A with 0, and B with 0, and C with 0. Let us check. So A with 0 from the transition table goes to B, and this one goes to B, and this also goes to B. So here all the transitions belonging to the same group, so there is no problem. So consider the transitions, 1 transitions. So transition of A with 1, transition of B with 1, transition of C with 1. So A with 1 goes to C, and B with 1 goes to D, C with 1 goes to C again. So here if you observe, this goes to these two belongs to group 1, but this belongs to group 2. This particular transition belongs to group 2. That's why we need to separate the state B from this group. We need to separate the state B from this group. So let us make, let us go to the another state, another step 4. So here we need to separate the state B. So we have only A and C in this group, and after that you are having B as a separate group, and after that you are having D, and after that you are having E as another group. So let us say this is G1, this is G2, this is G3, and this is group 4. So again consider the group A and C. So let us consider the transitions of A with 0 and transition of C with 0. So A with 0 goes to B from the transition table, C with 0 is also goes to B. So both are fall under the same group, no need to consider again next. So consider transition of A with 1 and transition of C with 1. So A with 1 goes to C, and C with 1 goes to again C. So both the elements are belonging to the same group. So here if you observe, this belongs to group 2, same group, okay. Here also this belongs to group 1, same group. So if at all the elements belonging to the same group, no need to divide that group again, okay. Group 1 is over. Coming to group 2, there is no possibility of dividing that group, okay. Coming to group 3 and group 4, there is no possibility of dividing further. So we can stop here, and we can treat each group as a state, and we can start constructing. Okay, we can treat each group as a state, and we can start constructing. Draw the transition diagram first. So here the states are A comma C is a state, and next B is a state, and next D is a state, and next E is a state, okay. So we need to have transitions with 0 and 1. We need to have transitions with 0 and 1. So from A, here from state A with input 0, it goes to what? So A with input 0 goes to B. A with input 0 goes to B. Next C with input 0. C with input 0 goes to B only. So this is enough here. This is enough here. Next, A with input 1. A with input 1 goes to C. Next, C with input 1. C with input 1 goes to C only. So this is also NF here. Next, B with input 0. So B with input 0 goes to B. B with input 1 goes to D. Next, D with input 0 goes to B. Next, D with 1 goes to E. Next, E with 0 goes to B. Next, E with 1 goes to C. Okay. So here we are not having the state C separately. So here in these two places we are having C. But in our reduced, minimized DFA, we are not having C state separately. So whenever you are having A or you are having C, we need to consider this common state. So instead of C, here I need to write A comma C. So this is the state I am having. I don't have state A separately, I don't have state C separately. So whenever I get C, I need to write A comma C and I am treating it as a single state. So let us construct the DFA from this transition table. So here I am having state A comma C and next having state B, state D, state E. And what is the initial state? So here from the given problem, my initial state is A. That's why I am making it as initial state, and my final state is E. That's why I am making it as final state. So this is my final state and this is my initial state. So A comma C with 0 goes to B. A comma C with 1 goes to AC. B with 0 goes to B only. B with 1 goes to D. D with 0 goes to B. D with 1 goes to E. Next, E with 0 goes to B. E with 1 goes to AC. So this is the reduced or minimized DFA for the given DFA. Thank you for watching the video.